Hello humans! It's that time once again to leave the bubble behind and go out and blaze new trails, to forge new paths into the unknown. Aramis and I, along with Virgil Kyle, who you may know from his discovery of Sol's true North Star, are ready to announce the next expedition in the Distant World saga, and I believe it's going to blow your minds. The following is some footage of our intended journey in Space Engine, followed by some teaser footage from Elite. Before I go any further, I need to clarify something very important. This is not Distant Worlds 3303, this is not Distant Worlds 2. This is going under a different name, though it will be similar to one of the optional waypoints we had on Distant Worlds. It is an optional but important expedition in the Distant World saga. It's called Distant Stars, and we are going to go somewhere no one has ever gone before. We are going to go to a new place that has had explorers intrigued for nearly 2 years, a place that was just beyond the horizon, always just out of reach. The Jumponium era came, and still explorers just couldn't make that final leap into the unknown, but now we can. Neutron star supercharging has now opened up these once out-of-bound regions, and the face of exploration is once again going to change as a consequence. This is a mission of science, one that takes us into brand new territory, and it will be part of the Galactic Mapping Project. See the description for a link to that. Let me tell you about a star cluster called M67, also known as NGC 2862. The oldest open cluster in the Messier catalogue. You may know it as the Cancri cluster. It's a cluster of stars that is approximately 3,000 light years from Sol. It is home to many stars that are very similar to our Sun in many respects. Because it is so close, and because it is of similar age, for many years astronomers thought that our Sun was probably born there and was ejected. Astronomers think most stars are born in clusters like these. A paper came out that surmises that this is actually extremely unlikely, but I like to think that it is still possible. Regardless, it is obvious that humanity has a profound connection with this cluster. Pilots, we are going to go to M67. We are going to go to this modern day Elysium. In Elite, as you can see, it is stretched out to more like a sausage shape, but it doesn't matter, we're still going to go, and here's a screenshot of what it looks like from the last jump before entering the cluster. And yes, it is absolutely stunning. This is exclusive footage from the beta. We don't claim to be the first, as others most likely have been eyeing this cluster for some time too, but Virgil, Kyle and I found a route, and we tested that route with Aramis and proved to ourselves that it is indeed reachable in the beta. It was a tricky and difficult route. Aramis did run out of fuel on the last jump and couldn't make it until I arrived with limpets to refuel him, and it required quite a lot of jumponium and ingenuity. Here is the footage of us making the jump into the entry point of the cluster, AH Cancri, something that hasn't been possible until now. And here we are jumping into the cluster itself. Fellow pilots, we invite all of you to join us and go into this cluster and discover its secrets together. Maybe even find siblings of the sun that shines on us. Perhaps we may even find a sibling of our own blue marble as well. As you can see, I self-destructed right after entering the cluster. We feel it's not right to explore any further. We don't want this to be something only a select few get to see, or stake their claim on. So we want to invite everyone to come with us and explore it together as a community. We hope that Distant Stars will provide everyone with the opportunity to come and stake claim on something in the cluster and hunt for interesting things like alien relics, great views, weird stars and orbits, and who knows. We will set up an entire infrastructure for everyone to get involved. This will be a true community effort. Now time for the caveats. First, the biggest. This will be a suicide mission, as there is no proven way back. Perhaps Frontier will let us create a gateway back, but we cannot plan on this. If you enter Elysium, you have to know that you won't be coming back without a hefty insurance claim. Which brings me to the second caveat. The insurance will be several million, around 7 million at least for a stripped down Explorer Conda, because the only way to get there is via a 220 light year jump from the neutron star system. You will need an Anaconda with a 55 light year jump range minimum to make the jump. If you want SRVs and fighters and perhaps multi-crew modules, just remember you'll have to pay extra insurance to replace them, and probably a longer jump range than 55. That is why we are not going until probably January, perhaps longer, to give everyone a chance to get their long range ship, and for those that can't, multi-crew should be out by then, so they can tag along with someone who can. We will make sure that this expedition is timed well with other expeditions as well. Remember that this is emphatically not Distant Worlds 2, which itself will not be announced until we hear news on what 2.4 or Season 3 brings, as Distant Worlds 3303 will be built around the new content Frontier provides us. But this is a very important primer for Distant Worlds 2 because we would very much like to set up some very hard to reach waypoints in Distant Worlds 2. And if you use Distant Stars as motivation to get your ship up to spec, this is more likely to happen. So don't feel bad if you can't make it, but do try to come. The 3 or so months building up to the expedition will be part of the expedition itself. The challenge of a Distant Worlds expedition is still present in full. We have asked the Ruckrats to set up a service to help people get all the mats needed to engineer their anacondas, and there will be programs to help people get the credits to buy them if they don't have already. As I've said, it's going to be a big challenge, and again, for those that simply can't do it, hopefully Multicrew will solve this problem and let you guys come anyway. We hope everyone signs up without the slightest hesitation. I'm signing up and I don't even have an anaconda. As someone wise once said, we don't do it because it is easy, we do it because it is hard. We are going to publish the route we took closer to the time, and we ask politely that any players that want to go there early, please don't give away anything. This is for the entire community and we hope everyone will sign up and help others reach it if they already can. By the time this video is out, there will already be a thread in the forums with the same info and details, and soon there will be a roster as well. It is in the description of this video. There will be meetup points, waypoints, and we will have a role of cartographer and be assigning at random systems to pilots or groups of pilots to see what they can find. We also try to establish some kind of reward system for any really interesting finds like alien crash sites. It will most likely end with a mass suicide for anyone who wants to go back. It shouldn't be a long expedition, and I think the footage is going to be amazing. And hopefully we're going to reach the same level of magazines and popularity as the last one, but no guarantees. I don't know how well this is going to go down, and we are going to be listening to feedback from the community about how to proceed. But generally speaking, this is what we're aiming for. And I just want to say, remember, we do not claim credit for being the first to reach this cluster. Chances are, players will go there before the expedition launches, and we are not the only ones to have gone in the beta. But we really want that to be irrelevant. There is no way to get a tag in these systems in-game, and it would be nice if this particular cluster was explored via a community event, with a scientific purpose, role-played or not, and not to be the prize of a few solo explorers. This is potentially the birthplace of our sun. It is for all of us to see and chart together. So, we look forward to going on this very important and magnificent trip with all of you. Please join us into the distant stars. So long, humans. The latest version of the powerful tool ED Profiler by yours truly will be out with the Guardians, with massive updates to let you save all your graphics settings and profiles and switch between them. Check the description. To the heavens to see what secrets they hold. Join me as I sail amongst the stars.